Hello Game Overviews community, this is Wasabi and I'm here with Aman from Xbox. Aman, how are you doing?
Very well.
So just the first question, everybody's asking this question. When will Xbox Live come to the Middle East?
Well, let me just start by stating one thing, that we as Microsoft are not happy with the status quo. I'm a gamer at heart myself.
I saw you playing Gears of War Judgment.
And I wear two hats. One is as a gamer and what do I want for the region, and the second as a Microsoft executive. And as both of those hats, we're not happy with status quo. And we're working very hard to bring that to the region very soon. Fortunately, we're not privy to be able to give you that information right now as to when it's going to come out. But all I can say is we will soon have some good announcements to make, which will make everybody happy.
Hopefully. So the next question is, what are your plans to expand in this region?
Expanding in a particular region has to take into account a lot of factors. Number one is to do with install base, the software that is available there, the piracy levels, the investments as Microsoft that we have, and what have you. We have a distributor right now which has a regional presence. We have offices of Microsoft across the region, so that is a good fundamental situation that we have, which is good for us. Now, on top of that, expanding Xbox is a decision that has to be made very carefully and based on a lot of other factors like I mentioned earlier. So we don't have any plans right now to say. I think let us tackle the first part that you mentioned about getting the full service there, and then we can look at expanding there, because there is no point in expanding if you don't have the full service.
So I don't know if you can tell me this. Can we expect any DLC for the region, like DLC that is made by requests by fans from the region?
Well, that is a question that is more to the game developers. So, as and when we have more, the gaming community builds up over here, we're already seeing steps in that direction with regards to the localizing of content, with FIFA and what have you, and a lot of third-party titles that I know that they're going to launch in Arabic. They haven't announced it to you right now, but you'll soon hear that a lot more. I think that's the first step. The second step is once they start seeing success on those localized Arabic content, then they'll start going in the direction of, hey, this content did well, maybe we can develop some DLCs for that. So I think we're in a step in the right direction, but as of this year, I don't think so, but maybe in the future.
Again, a question, I don't know if you can answer it. Arabic language, I know there is like games with Wali with the Arabic language made by the developers. What about Arabic language for the console itself, Xbox? Like the menus with the Arabic language, is that a possibility?
Right now, we don't have any plans for that, to be honest with you. There are some technological reasons behind that, because of the number of languages and characters that a console can support. So there is no lack of goodwill and desire to make sure that we support the region. But right now, it's not technologically possible. But as you know, as Microsoft, we are an innovative company. We're always figuring out new and different ways to solve problems. Hopefully, we should have a solution for that soon too.
We really want you to push, at least for the next generation console, to have more support for this region. Please push it for us. Can you do that?
You have my word for that.
Okay, so Xbox Gulf. We see a lot of activities in this country, but what about other countries in the Gulf? What about a country like Bahrain? Are you guys interested in getting to Bahrain and doing events over there and activities?
Our modus operandi changes from country to country. So for example, in UAE, in Saudi Arabia, you will see Microsoft getting a lot more involved directly. In a lot of the other parts of the market, you will see us working through distributors and partners. So in that fashion, we will continue to expand our reach and our touch to different markets, but we will continue to have the same approach. The approach won't change.
What about the possibility, have you ever thought of the possibility of using crowdsourcing? Crowdsourcing basically, like when Facebook wanted to translate into Arabic, they used users to submit translations to help them out at least. Or like, how about that for like first party games? Is that a possibility, or like, is it something like feasible?
I think first of all, it's a brilliant idea, and thanks for sharing that with us. I'll make sure I send that across. In terms of using that for a final development of product, the challenges becomes quality. As Microsoft, as you know, our products are very widely used. We are an organization of scale. We don't do things at a small level. And so quality control becomes a very, very key part on that. That can be a slight challenge. However, I'm thinking aloud over here, maybe something like for Xbox Live Arcade, where something which is a user-generated content focus over there. So thanks for the idea. We'll think about that.
Anytime. Patent by Game Overviews. Okay, the last question is, what can the typical gamer, what can the organizations do to make it more justifiable to invest in this region?
I think the key thing is we need to combat piracy. We need to, and the way to do that is by making it part of our culture. You know, it's like if you see a child smoking, you would stop that. Not because that child is your child, it's anybody in the community. And I think it's the same thing. We need to have the same attitude towards piracy, where we need to believe that this is not good for the region, it's not good for the industry, and ultimately the consumers are not going to benefit from that. There are a lot of fallacies around piracy also. People think they're getting good value for money. You making your console warranty void, you're getting risk of being banned. The quality that you've got for, it won't even work after some time. Your DLCs are gone, so actually you come out as a loser, but it's a lot about awareness. So I think that's the key. If we can get that message across to people in the community, that'll help us in a long, long way.
We're really happy about Xbox and what they've done. You guys actually brought Halo 4 to the region. You promised us, people were doubtful, they said no, they can't do it. And then you brought it, everybody's playing Halo right now. Thank you guys so much for all the support for this region. We hope to see more from you next year.
Indeed, thanks a lot.